We are again here in the front room. We will be heading back down to the recording corner tomorrow. Oh, I gotta plug in the mic. Hold on. Okay, hopefully that's working correct. Maybe this isn't working. We're figuring this. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay, forget it. Oh, so I did have it plugged in, right? Oh, forget it. We'll just go with the phone's mic for today. I just really need to get a USB mic. I did buy one, and at some point I will put up the video I was doing to review it. It was the most horrific, awful. Guys, yes, I know that mostly on YouTube I'm known as the Frugal Mama, but part of being frugal is actually investing in quality whenever possible, or saving up until you can invest in quality if possible, because if you go with cheap, you get cheap. And I did. But because of this situation with the port of my phone, I really do need to get a USB mic. So anyhow, así es la vida y pues estamos aquí. Okay, so apologies. Yes, there is still the allergy situation. Once we end this live stream, we will be doing an hour or less today because of what I'm telling you right now. I will be in touch with our pharmacy benefits insurance situation and see if the supposed to be rushed approval has gone through, so that then we can have the doctor, call the specialty pharmacy in Florida and try to get an overnight rush of my Xolair to me tomorrow. In the meantime, yeah, we are still on steroids and all kinds of mitigating medications, still on the Visceral, still on the incredibly strong, nasty nasal steroid. No, it is not your over-the-counter Flonase. This is a different monster entirely. We are still... what are all the other ones? The Pepsids and just all of it. All of it. But hopefully, let's cross all our fingers and toes. Ooh, that's actually really cool that I'm able to do that. I'll come back to why this is so cool. But we'll cross all our fingers and toes, please. That we'll be able to get the Xolair tomorrow or at the latest the next day. I'm so tired of this. Steroids. I'm going to do a whole video about just steroids because we're not talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm getting buff steroids. No, we're talking about steroids to help you breathe, to keep you alive, to reduce inflammation. That we're talking prednisone and methylprednisone and I don't know what all the other ones are called. But anyhow, assorted like crazy amounts of okay, hold on, we got to go on to subscribers only. I was going to, and Vicky reminded me, but then there was the microphone. Anyway, we love to have everyone as long as you are not scammers or nasty, but you got to be subscribed. So let's do that. Okay, there we go. All right. So steroids are something I am so incredibly grateful for, reminding myself and everybody that for all my bitching and complaining, I am incredibly grateful for steroids, for my access to them, and for being able to afford them when I need them. So super grateful for them. But I am going to do a whole video about steroids. The like medical steroids, not the I'm getting buff steroids. Different things, different animals. Entire different ecosystems. So in the meantime, I do apologize. No, remember, we're working on not apologizing for things that are not my fault. I do hope you will bear with me. Thank you for bearing with me with the allergy symptoms and all of that, the throat clearing, the sniffling, the coughing. It is what it is. Nothing more that I can do about it. I'm doing absolutely everything that can be done until I get my Xolair, which is an immunosuppressant and suppresses my overwhelming IgE response that just makes me allergic to everything and then want to react crazy and violently to everything. I'm going to just reiterate because of some comments and some messages. This is not a take some Benadryl situation. This is not a, eat clean and it'll fix. Guys, oh my God, please. And especially those who have been with me for years and years and years. Sorry, this hair's driving me crazy. Please stop with that. But if you're new and aren't familiar with this stuff, then I will just very quickly explain. We are like light years past Benadryl. What I am on is a $5,000 a month chemotherapy classed drug called Xolair, Xolair, to suppress my immune system because I have an abnormally high IgE response, which is responding to things that my body thinks are enemies and tries to destroy everything. And it is related to my autoimmune condition. So can eating better help with that? Yes, it absolutely can. And Mama's back on the dirty keto, okay? But I'm still having my coffee with my creamer. That is my one sugar allowance. Speaking of which, tiny but powerful. So yes, avoiding sugar and starches and breads and inflammatory foods absolutely helps. Taking natural anti-inflammatories like bromelain, which is pineapple, or turmeric, stuff like that, absolutely helps. Yes, but this is an autoimmune condition. Okay? It's not as simple as, well, if you would just eat this and not that, then it would go away. Or just take a Benadryl. I just take a Benadryl. You just need to take a Benadryl. No one believes me, but
But my healthcare professionals actually know this and have seen it and know that it is true. Get ready. Sorry, we're getting a little dramatic here in the beginning, and then we'll move forward. But the messages that I've gotten and comments that I must be addressed. I am allergic to Benadryl. That's where we're at. And that's not bullshit. Go ahead and call bullshit all you want. Call my doctor with your bullshit. Reason being, I took so much of it for so long. So much. You can't believe the amounts I was taking. Okay. That my body then decided to respond this way. It is what it is. Okay. But yes, I am working on the other factors to help my body overall. And so, anti-inflammatories, okay, not NSAIDs, I can't take those. I do have gastritis, so if I take those, I bleed, cause damage, increase cancer risks, et cetera, et cetera. And so I am adding in the natural anti-inflammatories, and I am finally adjusting my diet and removing again all of the breads and all of the starches and almost all grains and almost all sugars, other than, like I said, my lifeblood, which is just a small dash of coffee creamer in my coffee every day. All of that to say, please, my God in heaven, if you believe in one, please stop with the eating advice to cure everything and the Benadryl. For these two big reasons. One, I'm allergic to Benadryl. And two, I am, just another reminder, 4 years into eating disorder recovery. Lifelong eating disorder. 4 years I am clean of behaviors. Okay? Yes, I talk about my health journey and being on dirty keto and doing that. And I do talk about that because I want to share my journey and I want other people to not feel alone. And I do want a level of accountability. But please, I beg of you, I know it is confusing and I understand that that's kind of frustrating that, oh, Julie, you're talking about your health journey and wanting to lose weight. So we're going to give our advice and our this and this. And I get that. I understand that it is coming absolutely from a place of love and concern and being part of wanting to commiserate and share and support. I absolutely understand that and appreciate the thought behind it. But as someone 4 years into recovery at age 40 fucking 4, it doesn't help. Okay. If you do want to comment, which on any videos that relate at all to that part of my health journey, the comments are going to be approval only. Reason being, even with that really good intention, those comments are so incredibly triggering for me. I've thought many times, okay, well then just keep that part of your journey offline. Keep that to yourself. And I know a lot of people are rightly thinking that. Well, then don't put that online. If you're so fragile, if we have to worry about your feelings and then just keep that shit to yourself. And you're right. You are 100% correct. Yep. Gold star, A++++. You are correct. Absolutely. But this is my choice. And I do need the support so that I can attempt to get healthy in this broken down body, attempt to get healthy without resorting back to those eating disordered behaviors. So I do need that support system. I have very few people in my real life, my life behind the screen, that I can talk to in a healthy, productive way about bulimia. Okay? And so I do need that support and the support system that I have here. There's a thing that humanity in general struggles with, and that is helping people in the way that actually helps them. Asking, how can I help? And not taking your own love language and the support that you yourself need and only giving that to someone else. Okay. Some people, no, everybody needs different kinds of support. But for whatever reason, this is in our evolution society, this is where we're at in our civilized situation. We just assume that because, oh, well, the support that I need, this is what works for me. That's what you need. That's what I'm going to give, whether you like it or not. It's not helpful. It's so not helpful. That's my Reiki. There is love there, and there is good intention, and there is friendship, and there is kindness. But many times when we force our love language or our brand of comfort onto other people in their own struggles, absolutely unintentionally, we can cause more harm than good. And that's just a lesson in general to all of humanity. Ask how you can help. Ask how you can help. Ask what people need to hear, what they need to see, what they need to have, and then follow through, as long as it's not hurtful for yourself, as long as it doesn't harm you. If it's going to harm you, then just stay the hell out of the situation, okay? If you can't respond in the way that someone actually needs. It's so vital. But also, if you do ask how you can help in whatever the situation someone's in, and they've given you an answer, and you've offered to help, definitely follow through. I think that's something we all, can be reminded of, myself included. Absolutely. I still have yet to deliver a purple orchid to a neighbor that I should have done it 1.5 years ago. Okay. All of that just had to be said, and I apologize. That was a lot. It was a rant. It is what it is. But I just needed to get all that out there. Okay, here we go. To the comments. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Vicky, Liz, Pamela. Oh, Crystal. Oh, my God. Crystal's husband has fractured his knee. Jesus, God. I wish you and him the very best. That is no fun at all, and that's going to be a journey. Hello, Nigar. Hello, Kamrudin. Vicky, I hope that you get that insurance situation sussed out, and I absolutely understand the soul-crushing situation that is healthcare, especially here in America. Oh, and there's Kristen, and there's Holly, and there's Lab, and Jamie. Oh, Pamela. Pamela, I put the just take some cough drops into the just take some Benadryl file. The other one, and this one actually is far more fair and, in fact, useful, is people asking, well, why don't you get the desensitization shots? I did. Years ago, I did, and they were very effective when I was able to handle them. I went into anaphylactic shock at least twice while trying to do the desensitization shots. We did continue on, and we were able to at least get some of it done. Not as much as we should have, but it did end up, between what we did get done and the Xolair, actually being quite effective, so that so much so that the most recent time that I had all the pricks done to see what I was allergic to, though I am going to have it done again because this was like 2 years ago, the only plant that it registered, it's not accurate at all. I know I'm allergic to a million other things, but the only one that it registered that it was such a level that it was dangerous for me was Russian thistle, which is sagebrush. So Utah, as I've said, I'm allergic to Utah. I just am. And we are this winter going to, I've got the paperwork. I need to fill it out. More pre-authorization with the insurance to start the desensitization to the Russian thistle. Super excited for that. I will, of course, be on Xolair while we do that. Kristen, exactly. And we just do the best that we can with the situation. That's all anyone can do. That's all anyone can do for yourself. For others, though, I highly recommend, if your friends and families and neighbors and loved ones and church members and PTA friends and whatever your community is, if they are going through something, which, I mean, come on, everybody is going through something in this economy. I want to get that on a shirt, in this economy. But anyway, at this point in time, in this place of instability and upheaval that we are currently in, everyone's going through something. But if someone is going through something extraordinary, a death, a loss of some kind, job loss, their house, their whatever, illness, injury, please ask what they actually need. What do they actually need from you? And then, if at all possible, and if it doesn't hurt you and doesn't put you in debt, then do that thing. Yes, Crystal, a whole different beast. Absolutely. Kristen, thank you for the hugs. Yeah, Crystal, we do what we can, and we try to do it well, and we try to make the best of it and find purpose in it. Again, I've said this many times, but I'll say it again because we have a couple of new friends. Thank you so much for being part of our journey. I would be thrilled, beyond thrilled, to have you subscribe and share. I would like to grow this platform. Sorry. We do the best we can, and we try to do the best for others. Okay. Yeah, lab, no, this is not going to happen to most people. When I talk about these different health situations in this burning down circus of a body that I'm so grateful that I have, and that is working as well as it is right now, which is actually pretty dang good, other than the, IgE part of it. It is because, one, I find comfort and support here. Two, hopefully other people will find comfort and support. But also, because some of these situations are so bizarre, so random, so rare, I know there are other people. Hi, Mimi. Daddy said he'll be home soon to take you to Milan's. So the journey I had to go through, lost in the wilderness, slashing my way through the jungle to get the answers, the treatments, the surgeries, the medications that I needed. I know there are other people who may not be going through the whole myriad of, issues, but maybe one or two of them, and my journey could help them. I know what I was saying. I don't believe things happen for a reason. It is not a trial. It is not a test. It is not a loving God that somehow you've got to prove that you're good enough to get back to. No, no. But we can find purpose and something useful in these horrific tragedies that we have struggled through, that have not made us stronger, but that we've just learned to deal with and live with. Okay. I know, Vicky. I appreciate that. There's Shatika. Hi, Shatika. Yeah, Pamela, asthma. Been dealing with that since I was a kid, but unfortunately wasn't diagnosed until my late teen years. There's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trauma in there. As I've said many times, the entire American education system is a mess, but it is set up for bullying and exclusion. It just is. Mimi, I heard Daddy sneeze outside. Yeah, I could hear him sneeze. You'll hear me before you see me because I'm just so damn loud. But with my husband, depending on the time, you'll hear his sneezes before you'll see him. Lab, I don't think you have. I don't think you have. And that's the other thing. Let me make sure we put that out there. If you have, with love and good intention and kindness and friendship,
said anything like that to me about the allergies or the diet or whatever in the past, it's water under the proverbial bridge. It's gone. It's all washing away. It's all washed away. And I will just keep the love that was behind it. We're just from here on out. Okay. Yeah, Holly. And that's the frustrating thing. It's often the things that you love so much that you're allergic to, including like foods and stuff. And there's Christina. Hi, Christina. Vicky, I know you are, and I appreciate you so much. Lab, like sensitivities or allergies or intolerances to foods, because I'm there too. I'm with you on that. There's Phyllis. Phyllis, Kitty is off running amok, enjoying the sunshine, but she did spend quite a bit of time with me today. She just she loves me in a different way than she loves my kids. I've come to accept that. It's all good. It's fine. I am just grateful, so grateful for the times when she deigns to show her love for me. And today was one of those days. Ooh, we need some coffee. Then I'll be back to the comments, I promise. Oh, I'm using up the last of our International Delight Caramel Macchiato. But I am going to get some more of the Southern Butter Pecan. Yes, ma'am. Pamela, again, water under the bridge. That's different times. I did not state all of this often enough or clearly enough to give you any kind of guidance. And I know that it was just love and concern and friendship behind it. So it's water under the bridge. Phyllis is making some homemade buns. That sounds amazing. Oh, Bonnie. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know that talking about eating disorders is heavy, which is a horrible pun right there. But anyway, there are people who are very open about those conditions, and I don't want to judge other people's behaviors, experiences, and how they feel they need to communicate about that. What I have found is a lot of times it's tricky. I don't want to invalidate anyone else's experience, especially with eating disorders, but I do find that most of us don't want to talk about it. And those that do talk about it and get dramatic about it and tell everyone about it and go into all the details, a lot of times it's because of a need for attention, which there's nothing wrong with needing attention. There's like stigma attached to that. Like, you're just an attention seeker, you're a drama queen. Well, yeah, for a reason. There's a reason. Something is lacking in that person's life, myself included. We're trying to fill a hole by getting all the attention. But the majority of us, whether active in our eating disorder or in recovery, can find it very difficult to talk about, shameful to talk about, scary to talk about, all of that kind of thing. And so, Bonnie, I am very grateful that you are willing to share your recovery journey with us. That's a very generous comment, and I do appreciate it. Thank you, Halkanen. We're working on it. Like I've mentioned probably before you got here, I am still on steroids and an assortment of mitigating medications to try to, but after our live stream, I will be in touch with the, with the pharmacy benefits to see if the approval has gone through, so that then we can get that to the doctor. And maybe by the end of business today, they can get in touch with the pharmacy so that we could then get a rush on the Xolair. I'm not getting my hopes up at all. I will be thrilled if I'm able to get it by like Thursday. And
as I mentioned the other day, even once I do have the Xolair, it takes a couple of weeks to build up in your, sorry, I know I'm like grabbing at my face, but I'm so itchy. I'm so itchy. And it just is driving me crazy. I'm not like on Coke or anything, not that kind of Coke. So apologies, because I know that's really distracting. But it's itchy. So I will have to stay, at least for a short time, on the steroids and the other mitigating medications while we get the Xolair to build up in my system. But we're making the best of it. We really are. Oh, Holly, I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry, my darling. I wish, oh. I am one of those, I'm a fixer. I want to fix a problem. And in fact, it sometimes drives family members crazy that just want to vent about things. And I'm like, okay, well, how do we fix it? I want to fix it. Do I need to burn someone's house down? What do I need to do? Because oftentimes it's about things that they're frustrated with at work or whatever, like Olivia, like my husband, and all they want is to vent. That's not what I do. I'm a fixer. I want to fix everything. And if you're someone that I care about, as all of you are, but yeah, Holly, I want to come and fix it. Now, obviously, I can't do that. But there is a thought there and a concern, and I hope that you feel it as I'm sending it to you through the interwebs. If I could fix it for you, I absolutely would. So, you are in my heart. Phyllis, Kitty is outside, but she's hung out with me a lot today. Oh, Crystal, I'm stealing that from you. Excuse me. Crystal says, who isn't going through something? Peter is broke. Paul wasn't paid. This economy sucks. I second that 100%. Phyllis, what kind of homemade buns did you make? And what are you going to have with them? Are they to go with like soup? Or is it going to be like butter and jam, honey butter? What are you going to have with them? Mashed potatoes?
Go, Mimi.
Mimi's going with James to go, mow grandma's lawns. She does that. That's her job. My money-making little mama Mimi. And then after they get done, then we are going to the movies tonight with a whole bunch of my family to watch the, is it the 40th or 50th anniversary? I think it's the 50th. Has to be the 50th of Jaws, the movie. One of my all-time favorite movies. One of the best horror movies ever, that opened the door for so many other horror movies. But anyway, it's in the theater for its 50th anniversary, and so a bunch of us are going to that tonight. Super excited. Vicky, what shirt were you wearing yesterday that you think I would love? Tell me all about it. Yeah, Crystal, our fur babies, like, that's what I was saying. So Phyllis, you always ask about my sweet kitty. So she's outside now because there's the sunshine in the front yard, and she just, well, you guys have seen pictures and videos of her just.
Yeah, it's the 50th anniversary.
It is the 50th? I thought so. Thank you, Pooks. But anyway, she spent a lot of time with me earlier today. Look. This channel is definitely TMI, so prepare yourselves if you're new to us. But it's been an IBS day. Bad. And my little kitty. Oh, that's why we're on, I don't know which one of this we are on, but we're electrolyting today. But my sweet kitty comforted me so much. Oh, Holly, here is to you, my darling. Here is to you. Cheers. That is one of the worst things, especially for myself, when you have that kind of sickness, like a stomach bug, a flu situation, not necessarily influenza, but you guys know, a flu. Not being able to have coffee or whatever your thing is that you love. Ugh. Torture.
Pamela, like, how is it possible? Tell me. What are your thoughts on this? How is it possible that we still have a stigma on mental health in 2025? Now, granted, here in the US of Madness America, we have an absolute lunatic as the department head of Health and Human Services. Did you guys see that, like, all these like CDC people are resigning in protest? We are fucked. If any other big thing breaks out, any pandemics, viruses, zombies, whatever, we're doomed. We're just doomed. I don't know. When you put someone in charge that is not even a doctor, I mean, you know, someone that had brain worms, I mean, what you get what you pay for. but yeah, the fact that, hey, Rugi, la gatita está aquí. Will you go get her? The fact that it's even something that we're still talking about, and that I even need to mention, or hey Lulu, or, you know, try to be a part of, whatever, try to advocate for, mental health and mental health care. It's bizarre that there should be a stigma with this in the year 2025, but at the same time, in this current situation, it's not a surprise. Like, you know. Hello again, Phyllis. Did you leave and come back? Either way, I'm so glad you're here. What did I not say, Phyllis? I hope it wasn't hello, because Phyllis, my darling, my sweet. I've said hi to you like 4 or 5 times and told you about Kitty a couple of times. I'm so grateful for you being here. And I apologize if you did not hear or see my hello, but hello. I'm so glad you're here. Anyhow, other things. See, on here I can get political and I can say whatever the hell I want within, you know, monetization guidelines. This whole RFK Jr. that's in charge of our Health and Human Services, which is absolute upside down world, like bizarre bullshit. One of his things he wants to do is camps for people with mental illness and certain disabilities. What does that sound like? What does that remind you of? I know the whole NAZI discussion and accusations have gone like rampant and wild, way beyond, to the point that it's almost like has nothing behind it anymore, no impact. But to send people with mental health issues and certain disabilities to like a recovery camp, I don't think anyone's coming out of there alive. I don't think so. It doesn't sound good. It sounds pretty scary. Just my thoughts. Like I mentioned, I think it was yesterday. He also said that people like me were addicted to antidepressants. Addicted. And as I've said, we're addicted to not feeling like driving right off the mountain. So weird. We're addicted to having a chemical balance in our heads. Like, oh, us bloody addicts. My God. Do any of you know, has he ever said anything about people with like insulin dependence or, oh, there you go, diabetes. Sorry, I had to refresh the comments, so I didn't see it. But but yeah. Are you going to go and tell people with diabetes that they're addicted to their insulin shots? Yeah, they are. They're addicted to being alive and supplementing what their body is not doing correctly. Jesus God. Okay, sorry, I got way behind on the comments because for whatever reason, it requires me to refresh them, which is quite frustrating. Interesting, Lab, these food allergies that you have. I have several myself. Most of them, it's once it hits the stomach,
then I start having reactions to them. I know, Pamela, but all we can do is keep trying. We just have to keep trying. Oh, good, Holly. Good, because I'm sending it to you. I'm sending you the love. Oh, Phyllis has Tippy. That's wonderful. Okay. Oh, Vicky, the shirt. She says, I found a Minnie Mouse shirt at the local thrift shop, so I wore it for Menopause Monday. It is pink. Oh, Vicky, that's so perfect. Guys, on our Menopause Mondays, I wear pink, and I invite all of you to also rock some pink when we get together on Mondays. There's just something about it that I love. And the fact that it has Minnie Mouse, so much the better. Oh, Renee's at work. Thank you, Phyllis. I figured she probably was. Oh, Holly, you saw Lulu's hair? Yeah, I'm doing more editing probably tonight. And do have a video for Frugal Family Flies Again of Lulu and Mariah coloring Lulu's hair. It was an adventure. Yeah, Holly, that's just a disability is a disability. Is a disability. And are there temporary disabilities? Absolutely. Yes, there are. For myself, after the whole foot saga, yeah, I was temporarily disabled for a couple years. But there are many other disabilities that you never recover from. Like you manage them, you live with them, or you try anyway. I know, Pamela. He's the most un-Kennedy that there is. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know. And I wonder how he feels about Jackie Kennedy's Rose Garden getting taken out. I don't know. Ooh, with some jam or some with hamburger. Oh, Phyllis, that sounds delicious. Oh, Vicky, I love that you thought of me. Oh, that makes me happy. I'm just refreshing this again and again because I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss any comments. Yeah, once we're done here, absolutely. I'm making phone calls. We are working on getting that goddamn Zolaire. I mean, we are working on it. Not just the name of the Kennedy Center, Pamela. He wants lots of other places renamed as well. Oh, so I haven't been on TikTok in some time. I do enjoy it, but I find that I end up like, that's all I do is scrolling through TikTok. And so I'll only allow myself to use it for a day or two at a time. And so I haven't been on there. And TikTok is actually a great place for news, to like know about stuff that's going on that like the regular media that is now like state-run media, a lot of things that they won't talk about or are not clear about or are not honest about, not transparent. And so TikTok can be very handy if you're using it. Well, Olivia told me, because I, again, had not been on TikTok in some time, she clued me in to the whole Donald is dead situation. Like, have you heard of this? I didn't know. But the consensus, the general consensus around the water cooler is that he had a stroke. And I firmly believe that, because that creature was not seen for several days, was behaving completely opposite of his usual milieu. And so there was like this whole thing going on, this whole conspiracy, this whole whatever that I knew nothing about. I'm just here going about my life, trying to stay alive, taking a million allergy meds, you know, all that kind of thing. I had no idea, had no clue. In fact, they were like using old golfing pictures, posting to say, oh, he's golfing, because somehow there's like palm trees in North Carolina. Come on now. Or not North Carolina, Virginia. Palm trees in Virginia. Are we really that stupid? I don't know. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. But he has been seen in public. So, but he doesn't look good. And for whatever reason, the last time that he showed his face, he was supposed to be going golfing, but no one was allowed to take pictures of him golfing that time, even though they always do. And no, he didn't like address the press at all, and was like way far away from them. And this is the most bizarre part. He wasn't orange. He wasn't orange. He looked like death walking. I mean, death walking. Very strange. Kristen, welcome back. Oh, Vicky, I love that because you know, Mama's a Disney girl. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true, Holly. He is one of those that only cares about himself. And I think blaming the brain worm can only, cover so much. I think he's just a narcissistic, nasty kind of person that just desperately wanted power over anything, power over something. We're talking about RFK Jr. Really, Holly? Yeah, I'm going to have to get on TikTok at some point today or tomorrow. Maybe on the toilet. Who knows? It is an IBS kind of a day. But God, what the hell was I saying? But yeah, I need to get on there and see, updates and what all else is going on. Because it's not normal. It's not normal. And apparently he had been having, now we're talking about the president, he had been having like mini strokes. But yeah, based on how he looks and the time frame and the whatever. Love you. Based on all those things, the best guess is like an ischemic stroke. Possibly a smaller one, but still an ischemic stroke, which if someone would actually do something about it, that is grounds for invoking, what is it, like the 26th Amendment, where the president is incapable of, running the country, whatever. And then there was like a post. Sorry, we're going full like political conspiracy. Only because I didn't know anything about it, and I'm so far behind, and now I'm like, I got left out, FOMO, whatever. But JD Vance, that couch-loving nincompoop, had posted something about, I'm ready, coach. Send me in. I'm here. I'm warmed up in his tracksuit, covering his whatever uniform. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, he posted about that. He's ready to take over, ready to step in if something should happen. Timing. No, it's true, MAGA. God. Oh, I apologize. Jesus Christ. Pamela. What a horrible insult. Yeah, no, they want to put him on Mount fucking Rushmore. Like, seriously, at this time, in this economy, where I feel like I have no control over absolutely anything, sometimes, in this type of situation, all you can do is laugh. And sometimes hysterically, to the point that it makes you start coughing. Yeah, Paulie, the bruises on his hands, or especially on the one hand, there's like all these like little symptoms and signs and behaviors and whatever that lend credibility to the assumption that he had a stroke, a big one. What's next Tuesday, Vicky? Tell me all about it. Oh, lab. Are you talking about cinnamon oil or just cinnamon in general, because cinnamon is actually really good for you. Like if you do supplements and stuff like that, it's another anti-inflammatory. But of course, it is something that people could be allergic to, especially the concentrated oils of it, because those are so incredibly concentrated. You should never put a concentrated oil directly on your skin. Put it in the humidifier or whatever, but not on your skin. And there's Judy. Hi, Judy. Oh, Vicky. Well, happy early birthday of the big 6-0 on Tuesday. Tuesday next. I'm so happy for you. Oh, cinnamon in general. Okay. Oh, I know, Holly. Why didn't he get lost? Why didn't he get lost in Scotland? Why didn't oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. We just keep doing the best that we can. Visit to the doctor's office, Judy. Marvelous. Good times. Oh, it's also Judy's birthday month. That's awesome. Two of my siblings, including my sister. My sister's one of them, had their birthdays last month. I don't think we have anybody in September. None that I'm aware of. None of my siblings, certainly, and not my kids or husband, but I don't know about more of the extended family. Ugh. Anyhow, so I was going to mention to you guys, I have some other topics that I was thinking about. Let me grab my pen and paper. And before we wrap up, let's kind of run over these real quick. I want to talk about boobs. But more specifically, like bras and stuff like that. Is it buffering? Let me see. Still buffering? Now I'm back? Who knows, guys? It's another of these situations where we are so reliant and dependent on the internet. It's frustrating. Anyway, I don't know if any of you heard either of the times that I said, I want to talk about boobs. I want to talk about breast exams. I want to talk about bras, finding the right bras. I want to talk about living with these melons, walking around in our daily life with these. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to talk about it. What I haven't decided is if it will, over the shoulder boulder holders. Jesus God, try to say that 10 times fast. Hollies, they're a handful. Woo! But anyhow, I'm not sure if that's going to be an edited video or if we'll live stream and then do an edited video, which actually I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. If we do a live stream, get lots of people's experiences and thoughts and whatever, and then I can utilize that in the edited scripted video. I spent so many years trying to find the right bras for me and that are like realistic and daily, and I can garden and I can, bend over without everything falling out. And so I do want to talk about that. The pros and cons, and then, recommendations for certain types of bras. And then of course the other side of it, which is mammograms and breast exams, and the importance of self breast exams and how you do it, and things that you need to know about your boobs, You know, they're not just there to look nice and for the enjoyment of your partner. They have purpose. And I want to talk about them. Yeah, Pamela, absolutely. People are just so, I'm going to take a note of that. People are so silly about things. Even in this day and age, which is so bizarre to me. I think the younger generations, they won't have any problem with it. I mean, not a lot of them anyway, because they say what they think and they do what they want. And I do think that these long-standing taboos will start easing up, you know, over the next like 25 years, but we'll see. Judy says that a self-breast exam saved her life. Yeah, they're very important. They are so important. I also want to talk about, breast removal, reconstruction, downsizing, and breast augmentation, so getting fake boobs, and the dangers behind that, and the reasons why people do it. Hi, Rita. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I want to talk about all of that because it is still somehow one of those things that we don't talk about enough. And so people are left to figure things out for themselves, end up like Judy with stage 4 cancer without even knowing it, like, you know, and a lot of it comes back to communication. A lot of it comes back to removing the taboo from taboo topics, removing stigmas, removing these barriers that for whatever reason we have put up around these kinds of conversations, these candid, useful, very helpful conversations, conversations that are not happening. So we're gonna talk about that. We are gonna, but I think we're gonna do. I'm gonna note this here. Do a live stream, and I'll take some notes and whatnot, and then the edited video. Kind of putting all that together. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I might also. I know that I've had several, companies wanting to collaborate with bras and the like. So maybe if we can get that worked out, that would be kind of cool to incorporate that into the video. But if not, I'll just show you, the bra that I finally found that I love. Judy, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, guys, these kinds of things, they need to be done. I know a lot of it's awkward and uncomfortable, and I remember being told, don't touch yourself. Don't touch yourself. Okay, story. I was a little kid. I was like 8. Somewhere in that department, somewhere around 8. And I remember talking about something where that only you are allowed to touch yourself, like, because I was thinking like strangers, perverts, whatever, predators, and so was saying, yeah, expressing that I understood no one else should be able to touch your body, only you can. And for whatever reason, I mean, it's called repression, it's called religion, it's called psychosis, I don't know. But I very distinctly remember my mom saying, but be careful. Be careful if you're touching yourself. But never expounding, never explaining why, leaving me with so many questions about like, well, why? Am I going to hurt myself? Is there something wrong? If you're going to touch yourself and enjoy some pleasure, you have my full support and respect. It's nobody else's goddamn business, and it's not evil, and you're not going to go blind, and God, people, and you're not going to go to hell. People.
So Judy, this is apples to oranges, but the 1 year that I didn't get my flu shot, I got the most horrific. It was influenza A, I believe it was. It was awful. So these kinds of things, these preventative measures are so important. They're so important, you know? Anyway, I want to end on something upbeat. What can we end on? How about, the fact that tonight the family and I are going to go see Jaws in theater. I'm excited. I am really excited. I had wanted to get like a shirt and some earrings and stuff like that to be all dressed up and ready for it, but that did not happen and really was not a necessary expenditure. And in this economy, so that is what we are doing tonight. Not all of us, but a few of us wanted to go, and then a whole bunch of my family are going as well. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, you're right, Vicky. Thinking about Disney definitely helps. Absolutely. Okay, so let's wrap up. I appreciate you so much for spending an hour of your time with us in this live stream or watching the replay. You're wonderful. I hope that you are subscribed, that you might even consider sharing some of my madness so we can like grow this little community and bring people in for this thing that we have here, because I know other people would benefit from it. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, so please do stay tuned, okay? Be safe, be well, and know that you are important, you are valuable, and the world is better with you in it.